Dun, 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 dun. Intro muziek. Ooh, got a bit of a glare here because it's glossy. I'm gonna show you a stack of collage papers because I want to use them and inspire myself and hopefully others as well. These are by far my favorites. This reversed painting. You paint on plastic and you stick the paper to it, and when it's dry you release it, and I prefer this even to jelly printing. Background, backside, so just some colors, and it's reversed, so the thing that hits the canvas, the plastic, it's around the canvas I bought, so I can use it for printing first. So usually it's just about the colors, using up your paint, or I like to make a batch of purple because I don't have enough purple ever. Just some ruggedness. It's nice to mix with other patterns. And I want to make a batch of artist drawing books, journals, so you can have a start and you don't have a blank page. So I think it's nice to write street art. There's a rugged feel. With the acrylic again, and this is on the plastic. When you make something really wet, it forms droplets of paint, and there it's stronger, so you get a lot of bonus stuff. Page protector, blue. Immediately think of the ocean. We add my little fishes. You can also put fishes here. Have a normal blue backside. I like that you can zoom in and cut out a part. You can turn it into a landscape. Some beginning of a surrealistic landscape, spacescape. Red, and get all the bonus. Ooh, of some glossy. I wanted to look as well through the camera. Then I bumped into it, so it was all shaky. I think this kind of videos would be nice as well to Just have a look, see what you see, like scrying, a glass orb. When you can look at it from a distance, you can see it as one. That's also why I like to put stuff in boxes and then look at it with fresh eyes. And then I'm like, oh, I know where this belongs. I'm gonna draw a bird on it. Nothing. Or this needs a little extra paint. It's nice light purple. A lilac, lavender. Like this. Just for printing techniques, even when it's freestyle, you get stuff that your brush just doesn't do. I'm gonna scratch some marks in it when the paint is still wet, and then you get other effects. Sgraffito. I like to think watch with the eyes of Mobius and pretend everything is an alien landscape. Or abstract art, where it's just about shapes and colors, lines and curves. An explosion, like animal. This first with the wet blue, I made the marks, and then when it's dry, painted the rest of the paper orange and red. Here, purple. Pink with purple and a little bit of bright pink and yellow. Blue. Ooh, there it goes again. New equipment. We have to start getting along. But with the glare, I wanted to look if it's all coming correctly. Like within the frame. Here it's nice to have a quality brush, and otherwise you get stripes from the toughness of the brush hairs. But with the Da Vinci Junior, nice for calligraphy brush. these ones so much. Maybe I'll frame one or make postcards. Coffee dye. So yeah, it's a lot about color combinations. All the bonus grunge. It's so nice to make your own material and you get inspired by it. Just looking. Yes, I'm laughing. Stripes. Oh, this is Xerox. I can paint. So this is some mark making with the brush, not with the mark making tool, but to see in how many ways I can use my brush. There's some pencil rubbings. On wood and on stencils. It's the black ink and then partial water. There's some value study. Oh, so cool. Talking about alien landscapes. Some backgrounds. Some Emily Dickinson, Rabindranath Tagore. Art thou abroad on this stormy night, on thy journey of love, my friend? Like once in despair, the sky groans. I wonder where lies thy path, by what dim shore of the ink-black river, by what far edge of the frowning forest, through what mazy depth of gloom art thou treading thy course to come to me, my friend? Zo goed kopje. So sometimes things end up in a box and they should be somewhere else. It's the original of the Mill Art Archive. You can do some partial collage. Draw around it, paint. It's like ASMR for your eyes. More coffee dye. So yeah, when it's wet, you can put something over it and tear it off. You get this kind of effect. So usually I just mess around, print, and then when it's dry, ink it up, give it a background color. Do this with the liquid ink, or you can use some acrylic paint and just add more water. Didn't realize it was that shiny. I didn't even glossy varnish it. It was just because it dried up with plastic on it. If you do it often, some work out plain, some get very messy, and you got all your styles covered. You have something to choose from. Maybe this is excessive. But it's also nice to have something to do to move you forward, and this is really relaxing. So you don't have to make art all the time, but you can make art materials to make it nice in the future. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I took a photograph of it, zoomed in, and then used the pictures also in my other artworks. And this is for my inner child. He likes my first favorite combination of colors was pink and yellow, and then with some street art crunchiness. Here you see with the black mark making, and then also some watery paint in the background. So we crumple the paper and then paint on it, make it flat again, but it has the texture. And here it was crumpled and then didn't touch the whole surface. So now it's flat, but you can see the crumple pattern. I hope it makes sense. The crumple pattern. Balsamic again. And watery calligraphy droplets print. Some ink splotches, because you can never have enough splotches. Ink mark making. Oof. Here I made some rows and then follow it. So typically me. And that's what I like. I got my own paper. His personality. To see if my pens work. So some are almost dried out. They're clustered together. And then they can finally be thrown away when giving off their last bits of pigment. Crumpled and then painted over. This is definitely for a mermaid journal. No spoilers. The secret here, aside from the crumpling, is make it super wet and mix your colors bit by bit. So you can add a little blue to the water to make it darker, then add more red to make it more pink. I even added metallic spray on top. So I got blue and turquoise. Here I got pink, magenta, yellow, and then add a little bit of blue to make darker purple, and then add constantly more to the water, so you just have so many different colors, what you wouldn't get if you pre-mixed them. make it more darker, more purple. So mystical. Here a bit of yellow, blue, pink. I needed some contrast for the plain pink monochrome. Some more grungy blue, because all the blue is so... Oh, got some fabric, spoiler. More peach pink. And this is also really nice to put on a cover because it looks like fairy leather. Some holes. Only encourage you to rip it up, use it in collage. That's part of why I'm showing it. So I can use it. I can always make more new ones. It's great when it's summer and you want to be outside anyway. Just spend an hour painting papers, and they're quite easily dried as well, so you can stack them and make another batch. And in the winter I can do like 10 onto garbage bags and let them dry in the living room for a couple of hours instead of minutes in the sunshine. I don't use a hair dryer usually. Because of the wetness, and then it moves around, and I want it to stay in place and have tiny interactions by flowing. Sounds so hippie. Go with the flow, even my paint. Yeah. My ceramic marks with paint. Some little less water added, more paint. I also do this on the paper that I have lying underneath. So you have to start with marks and you're stamping, and you use it as an underlay. Now the colors and the patterns, they inspire me. Like, ooh, this could be for my autumn journal, or I can put it with some fairies, some sunflowers, or with fire and wood, and embroidery. Make an ancient document. Or just cut out some bits, tear it up. This is on my favorite dummy paper. It's more rugged. There's a face. It's a bit of a fiber. And it takes ball pen real nice. Ooh, this is folded in 8, so I know this is the background for a one-time zine. Or I can make 8 little cards. Okay, don't really want to do. Rugged booklet. Now I want to see it. There once was a space travel agent. See what I see? Someone sitting here. What's this? Ooh, I got the new day on paint, so I wanted to try this. And sometimes I make it and I really intend to cut it up into pieces, but I don't know which size. So neon it is, wow. This is on textured paper, so it has a little rib. Wow, look at this. Yeah, so this is how I like to review. I'm like, ooh, I really like this. So then, and I can only see that when it's been in a box for some time, because otherwise I'm like, ooh, I see this. So it's not really the finished painting usually. It's just playing around, and then you see what's there. It's stuff that I wouldn't make if you have to think of it before you do it. This looks interesting. This is just the side of something. It's not even snippets glued on. It's just scraped off and then put some paint on the edge. Scrape tool. There's also several techniques. All the rainbow colors. This is now for rainbow Nancy. Then we get to the the little scraps. Some stamping, more purple. This is a whole batch of extra purple. Because I just didn't have enough. Some paint splattered on it, and some red and magenta. Yeah, these are all the offcuts of other pieces of paper. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm sure you believe it. My scarf wants to be in the video. I don't know what all these notes are about. The nose longs and the pen test notes, and just to have an underlay part on your desk. And how usually that's the thing that works out the most interesting. So now I'm using the randomness to work in my favor. Do you feel like crafting and making stuff of your own? In your favorite colors, and appreciate your handwriting, way you handle a paintbrush. Experiment. Use some crumpled plastic, all the leftover things from your paper bin. Or do it as a warm-up session. Oh, this is also something, it went a bit awry. Because I made a whole drawing with a felt tip pen, twin markers, and then put some coffee on it. And it went much further than I thought, because here you can see the pattern at all. It was all like this and this. But it pushed the pigment, and then you get all this. This is why I don't use a hair dryer, because I'm just so fond of this. It's like a collaboration with water. You can make your own one-time stencil by, folding and cutting. More ink and some prints from glitch laboratory collaboration. Some glitched images, and then the best of the whole night. You get quite the hang of it, and you get some surprises. You can really see, like, but what happened with the color? I can explore it when it's printed better than on the computer screen. And cut it in pieces. So yeah, that's my whole lovely pile. I hope you are inspired and had fun, and I hope you try your own, or send me all your purple stuff if you don't want it. Enjoy. Happy crafting.